So it's been crazy, right? I know. We seeing it's a carnival of souls. We seeing them in all kinds of states, all different types of souls, different types of people going through different type of things. You know, we try to represent all that, but right about now we gonna take a break. Not all type of souls right now. It's more like all type of flows. When people see it, they get all type of froze. Always take time when they talk like your bros. Call you outside, then they spray like a hose. Dystopia will keep you on your toes. That's why we don't trust skin deep Negroes. Cause ain't sweet round here since the O's. Don't wanna be a clown in this carnival of souls. Whoa. All type of rhythm, and we pushing any dope that we can fit in here. Disrespect and pay the penance, you gon' fill it with a bass. Meet the kick, can't escape, it's in the air. I'm incendiary, I think we should burn it down. Then reform it when it's ashes laying on the ground. Look, performing, I ain't with the circus. No way. Cause even Big Top ain't worth it in the mission.
Okay, in a mission for you. Come on. Like that sense of Miller when you hit it. Come on. The carnival returning in a minute. Come on. Let the rhythm take you along with it. Okay, in a mission for you, missus. Come on. Light that scented candle when you hear this. The carnival returning in a minute. Come on. Let the rhythm take you along with it.
Hold a Medi with some veggies and a lighter. Close your eyes and take a listen to the writer. Listen rhythm with your foot up in recliner chair. You know how to get to heaven, you gon' find it where you bill it. Easy for a minute, hear me kill it. Breezy on the beat and then I'm bossy, I would spill it. Never been a tattle, but a tale I could tell it. I tell like a nail it, a spell like a spell it. Raise your guns into the air and hail a renegade. Busting shots into the ceiling as you burn your grave. Bring the thunder if they try to make us underpay. Take a second, yo, this is where I wanna stay. Golden eagle flying, black star luminescent. Yes, we omnipotent, over worlds omnipresent. Flexing, sevens, blessings, bridging them. Taking in the mission for the present.
Okay, in a mission for you. Like that sense of Miller when you hear this. The carnival returning in a minute. Let the rhythm take you along with it. Come on. Okay, in a mission for you, missus. Like that scented candle when you hear this. The carnival returning in a minute. Let the rhythm take you along with it.
You are listening to Diasporic Music on Black Power 96 with Melinda Francis. Norman Richmond, Lisa Watson is on the buttons, and we are getting ready to interview an old comrade and friend of mine, J Wyze, and Melinda Francis is going to start the interview off.
Yeah, I would like to welcome our comrade, our brother, J Wyze, who's a hip-hop MC, and he's an all-around Renaissance man because he's a writer as well. And he was a part of Master Plan show, and for all the Toronto cats. Master Plan was like one of the first hip-hop shows on the airways. So welcome, J Wyze, to the show. It's really exciting to have you on the show, and you have like a new album called Carnival of Souls, and you were listening to Intermission, one of the tracks, which I loved.
Thank you much.
Want to check out the video. The video's out too. It's on YouTube. So welcome to the show, J Wyze, Jelani, and
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Glad
to be here.
Yeah, talk about your album. Like, what was your process? And I listened to Intermission and the other tracks. It feels like it's kind of like a reflection kind of album. I mean, that's what I heard. So maybe
Well,
a little bit about it.
yeah, I mean, so the album is called Carnival of Souls, and that's the actual premise of the album, right? That the first track is a title track, and it's basically welcome you into the carnival, into the big tent, and to watch the souls to come on display. And every song on the album represents a soul or a group of souls that's being presented for you to take in. And so the song Submission that you were talking about is just in the middle of the album where it's like, okay, you've been taking in all this stuff. Let's take a quick little break and just have some fun, and then we're going to get back to the carnival itself. So that's why it's titled Intermission. It happens right in the middle of the album. And yeah, it's just, I wanted a chance to just talk about all the different people that I've seen specifically in our community. Good, bad, ugly, great, beautiful. And kind of with the realization that we're all reflections of each other. You know what I mean? So there's a spectrum, and you know, the drops in the ocean and the ocean in the drop. And so yeah, that was basically the approach that I took to conceptually to creating the album. It's produced by Color Brown from start to finish, and musically we just attacked it in a way of just wanting to be innovative and wanting to be fresh in this genre of hip hop. Oh, and the other part to it is that between each song is a musical interlude composed and played by Stevie Talent. And so it gives, there are no words on those interludes. It's just piano mostly, and it just gives a cohesion to the album that just gives the feel. So it's like a hip hop album with a little mini piano album inside it.
It's like a jazzmatazz kind of thing.
Yeah. The songs themselves are not so jazzy, but the interludes definitely have a jazz soul feel to them.
Nice. So, how long was the process of creating the album?
I would say it took about a year to make the whole album. It's 11 tracks and 10 musical interludes. It took about a year. The album has actually been done since early 2024, and maybe even a little bit earlier. But we didn't want to just release the album into the void, so you know, we dropped Him, and then we dropped Intermission, and we just released No Angels, and kind of built up the anticipation and following for the album to drop. And yeah, now it's finally here. October 19th is the album and the release listening party, and yeah, I'm excited.
Where, like, yeah, we'll say it a couple of times, but yeah, do the details of where the album release is and how people come and support.
Yeah, no doubt. The listening party is at 254 Lansdowne Avenue in a place called The Basement. It's been a venue that hosts a lot of hip-hop events and a lot of events in general. But yeah, 254 Lansdowne Avenue, The Basement, October 19th. That's Sunday, a week from today. Doors open at 8 o'clock. Show starts at 9. It's an early vibe, although we're going to be there party until after 2. But it's an early vibe in terms of for people who want to come through, take in the album, and then be out. You can come in 8:30 and be out by like 10:30 and go on with your life. But if you want to party with us all night, then you can, because we got DJ Despair, we got BTS, we got Shortcut, we got PV, all going to be playing good music. And we have a couple performers. It's not a lot of performers, and each of the performers is doing about 2 songs. So we have O'Derrick, who's featured on the album, Color Brown, who produced and is featured on the album, and then my man Cyclone, who recently him and I got together and did a song together. He's not actually on this album, but he'll be on another project I got coming out later on. So yeah, those are the 3. They'll come, and each of them will do 1 or 2 songs, and then we'll go right to the album.
Nice.
And then afterwards we party. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Party hardy, yeah.
Yeah, man.
I want to ask you a question about there is a great artist out of Pontiac, Michigan, by way of Vicksburg, Mississippi, by the name of Elvin Jones, who played drums with John William Coltrane, but he also played with a young man from Antigua by the name of Roland Prince. And he did a song called Anti-Calypso, and it's not Anti-Calypso, but Roland Prince played with Elvin for many, 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 many years. Roland Prince, did he have any influence on you?
Well, okay. It's funny you asked that question. My father, who's a jazz piano player, played in the band with Roland Prince.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And one of my early memories is being at, I can't remember the venue, but it was probably like some hotel. And me and my cousin dodging the waves while Lukuya played, you know what I mean? And yeah, that was Roland Prince and you know, Roland leading the band and on guitar, and my old man was playing the piano. And yeah, so they definitely, all of those cats definitely had an influence on my life in terms of just life and music. And it's the funny thing about that as well is that Roland's sister, Althea Prince, Dr. Althea Prince, is also the person who edited both of my novels. And I was actually speaking to her this morning. So it's crazy that you asked that question.
I know Althea, Al Sharpton was the Althea personally. And her sister as well. Jeanette's her sister, right?
Yeah. She passed a little while ago, but yeah.
She passed away? That's terrible. I didn't even know.
Yeah, she passed some years back. But yeah, that family, great family, man. Great family, and definitely a big influence on me personally and my family as well, you know. Our families kind of go back several years, you know what I mean? To actually even back to to their father, Roland and Althea's father, and my great-grandfather, Cool Daddy, you know what I mean? So there's a lot of history when you talk about those families, the Prince and the Nias/Henry family, you know?
But wait, I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna shut up. But there's a Prince that has something to do with Adele, right?
I don't know, you know. I'm not sure. I wouldn't be shocked at all. That family does great things.
Yeah. Well, yeah, check it out. Do some Googles on that. I think you're gonna be shocked when you read about that.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah.
So I wanted to play your one of your tracks called Hymn. So if Lisa can cue that up, we can play that and we'll come back. And yeah, I have another question, but we'll get to that on the other side.
Okay.
Oh, come on. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Come on. I'm that if you wanted to know. I'm him. I'm that if you wanted to know. I'm that if you wanted to know. I'm him, y'all. If you wanted to know. I'm that if you wanted to know. I'm him. I'm that if you wanted to know. I'm that if you wanted to know. I'm him, yo. Lying in the land of the savage. Yeah. I walk out taller than the average. I never been dragged down ravaged. Even when I've been beat, I've been the baddest. I don't seek to compete for status. Climb from the pit on the street to the palace. Had a few chicks that don't make me a gallus, but they all been bad, so you repeat the fallacy. Flow so cold and callous, but it don't hold grudge, it don't hold malice. Haters see me roll with a style so lavish. I'm heavy, I'm a man, I'm managed, ready. Smile so I never really roll out my trauma. You can have it though. My gold bars roll out rapid. Anytime a guy tests, rhyme I go. Brain tapping, toe tagging, and assassin. So I'm not bragging, they've been asking though. I'm that if you wanted to know. I'm that if you wanted to know. If I'm him, I'm that if you wanted to know. I'm that if you wanted to know. I'm him, y'all. That if you wanted to know. I'm that if you wanted to know. I'm him, yeah. If you wanted to know. I'm that if you wanted to know. I'm him, y'all.
You're listening to Diasporic Music on Black Power 96 with Melinda Francis, Norman Richmond, and on the buttons, in control of the sound, is Lisa Watson. And Melinda, can you continue?
Yeah, I just wanted to ask you. You mentioned, you're from a musical family. Do you play any instruments? Because you're MC. Do you play any?
No. Sadly, no. I mean, it's embarrassing. I should, but no, I don't. At least not well. I mean, I think I had a couple little things, but no, I don't play any instruments well. I guess my voice and my pen are my instrument.
Yeah, that is your instrument. Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we just heard your track "Him." So what was your inspiration around that track?
I wanted to. A couple of things. I wanted to make a track that kind of reframe what it means to be him, or what it means to be, a man, especially a black man. You know what I mean? So I wanted my him to not be about, I'm a tough guy, or I got all the money, or you know what I mean? I got all the girls. It's more about, well, what does that mean to me? You know what I mean? So that's why I started off lying in the land of the savage, because we have this thing now where, everybody, I mean, it's a term that we use a lot, he's a savage. I mean, not so much, it's starting to die off now, but, you know what I mean? Especially when I wrote the song, that was a big term. Everybody was a savage or a beast. And I just, I'm old enough to remember when we kind of fought against those terms being applied to us, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So
that's why I started with that line, lying in the land of the savage. And I didn't want it to be a song where I'm telling people like, oh, you should do this, or you should do that, or you shouldn't do this. So I just wanted to present what I thought are good qualities of manhood, you know what I mean, in a way that, is aspirational as opposed to like, you know what I mean, condemning. So yeah, that's what him was about, just me saying, lying in the land of the savage, I don't seek to compete for status. You know what I mean? And just stuff that where I'm building on what it is to be a man without it being so like built around like macho ideals, you know what I mean? And just more built around like, what makes you a solid person, what makes you a solid human being.
Yeah.
And there's a line that says, where I'm basically saying that there's a lot of people who had lots harder lives than me. So that's not my selling point as, I had the hardest life. I came up from the muddiest of muds. We all, been through struggle in life. I'm not saying I had it easy, but I'm just saying that there's a lot of people out there who had it worse, so that's not going to be my main feature or my main selling point. It's more about what abilities I have and what I can do, what I can provide, for the people around me, and the safe space I can create.
Yeah. You're listening to Diasporic Music on Black Power 90. I don't want to cut you, Melinda, but I wanted, before we end the interview, I wanted to ask J Wyze, did you come up with Glenn Ricketts, the leader of, we played a song in the beginning of Crack of Dawn. He was the lead singer of Crack of Dawn and a great artist. his son is Glenn Lewis. Did you grow up with him, or did you have any contact with Glenn Lewis?
Not really. When I was at Flow, when I was doing the radio at Flow, I interviewed him a couple times, and I've met him several times, but we didn't really come up together, and I didn't know him like that. No.
Okay. All right. I just want to talk about that.
Just a crazy talented brother, man. Just an artist that I look at, mostly from afar, and just say, boy, man got talent,
But he got it from his mother, his as we say in America, his mud dear and his daddy. Both his mother was a great singer, and his daddy, his father, was one of my believe it or not, one of my mother's best friends, and Glenn can play violin, drums, bass. Glenn Senior. The boy's a genius.
Mm. Yeah, you got them designer jeans, as my pops would say.
Let me shut up and let Melinda continue.
Yeah, no, I was just wondering. You brought up, you're a writer. Are you working on any kind of writing things right now?
Yeah, I just finished a novel called Each His Own, and it's about how life changes for dudes as they get older and they start to lose connections and get more isolated. So I just finished that, and in the process of figuring out the next steps of what I'm gonna do with this manuscript.
Well, and then you're working on another album, right?
Yep, I'm actually just close to wrapping up another EP, and then I'm about to start on the next album. Yes, trying to keep the outputting. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You're a Renaissance man. It's all good. Good thing.
Let me get in for a second.
Get it all.
No, go ahead. Let me ask you this: are you going to self-publish? You're going for a publisher? Then how are you going to deal? How are you going to deal with your distribute your work, your literary work? How are you going to deal with that?
Yeah, that's actually the debate I'm going through right now. I haven't 100% decided which way I'm going to go, and I've got some feelers out there, and I'm talking to some people, but I don't know 100% which way I'm going to go with it yet. It would be nice to have that, worldwide distribution and backing. You know what I mean? And if I don't have to compromise what I'm trying to say and how I'm saying it to do it, then we might go that way, but we'll see.
Another thing I wanted to talk to you about, about Master Plan. So, and I know things are a little bit kind of dicey at CIUT over there for the Master Plan show. So maybe talk about a little bit. Yeah, were you around at the beginning? Were you one of the founders? Yeah, talk a little bit about the Master Plan show.
Okay, so no, I was not one of the founders, and I wasn't around at the beginning. When I came to Canada in 1989, Master Plan show was already a thing, I believe. I know that's the year they started, and I came in, I want to say just before August, or maybe around August. So, yeah, I believe they were already in progress at that time. So you had BTS, you had Power, you had John Bronsky, you had Motion, the originals who founded and got the Master Plan show going. You had guys like Jazzy, a lot of people over the years passed through there. There were a lot of alumni that went on to do good things and great things. And I was one of those, people who came through in the laters, and Master Plan was the start of radio for me. Started out just, lifting the crates up the stairs, and graduated to reading flyers on there, and bit by bit, eventually I was a co-host for a while, and that actually was the reason that I was able to get other radio jobs, going forward, and ended up doing radio professionally for like over 10 years. But the Master Plan show was definitely where I got my start. And that came through rolling with Soul Controller Sound Crew. And yeah, that's how it started with Power and DTS kind of bringing me in, and then going from there. Yeah, the Master Plan was a great school for me, and a great school for a lot of on-air talent, a lot of DJs, a lot of managers, industry people. Master Plan was a place where MCs could find out whether their music was good enough yet or not, and then also go back and get feedback from the guys as to, you know, what they needed to do to get their music to the point where Master Plan show would play it. It was a great school for DJs. A lot of DJs really honed their craft coming through the Master Plan show. And it was kind of institutional. It was the longest running hip hop show in Canada by far, and the second longest running hip hop show in North America for a very long time. So I hope, at some point that things can be corrected. I know that they just recently came off the air at CIUT, but I know those brothers, and they still working and they still pushing, and
Yeah.
Continue.
I'm not surprised, but that's another story. So yeah, I have my own relationship with like CIET, so I kind of understood when I got a email from Motion. So I was like, oh yeah, I really like the time that we had the Vibes Collective. Every show I thought we would be kicked off the air. So yeah, I'm kind of sad that that's happening, Master Plan, but I'm not surprised,
Yeah, I don't think anybody was really shocked.
Yeah. And Norman has his own relationship with CIUT too. So.
They would never let me come on CIUT. I had a very special relationship with radio in Canada, because I remember there was a time when they would not let me on Chin Radio, except the one that used to always break the rules was J.C. McDonald.
Yeah.
They didn't want me on, and they had the Voice of America, which is run by the CIA. They would let them on, but they wouldn't let Norman Richmond on. So every once in a while, J.C. McDonald would say, "Get in the cab and come down here. Let's kick it on the radio." He did that to defy the people that were running Chin at the time. Yeah, J.C. McDonald is kind of a crazy guy.
Well,
those are the people we need.
Well, and then also when CKLN went down, and we were on Radio Regent for a bit, and we were trying to get on CIUT, and like Ken basically was just like, well, you guys should just apply. And we did a couple of times.
Another good word, right?
Yeah, so that's why we're on Black Power 96.
There you go. I mean, I always say I would rather, I'd rather be where I'm appreciated, and where I can do where I can, execute my mission without, with a lot of distractions and other things, that hold me back. I don't know if I'm about really fighting for these platforms that don't want us anymore. I don't know, I'm in a weird space about that, but we won't get into it. But yeah, it's something I'm thinking about a lot lately.
Yeah, we have to have our own, and where we have agency, you know what I mean? Why fight with people that don't want to? So maybe remind listeners about your listening party again, and we'll kind of wrap up with your track, Knowing Goes.
Okay. Again, October 19th, a week from today, on Sunday. The doors open at 8 o'clock. It's at 254 Lansdowne in a venue called The Basement. It's going to be a great night. Doors open at 8. Show starts at 9. For those who want to be home early, you can come in, take in the show, listen to the album, and be out of there by 10:30. And for those who want to party, we're going to party. We're going to continue to party right up till 2 o'clock. 254 Lansdowne, The Basement, October 19th. I'm on Instagram. If you want to get tickets, you can hit me up at JWYZE, JELANI. That's my Instagram at JWYZE, JELANI, J Wyze Jelani. And I'll send out the ticket link. And tickets are $10. It's 20 at the door. Come on through. Toronto, we're going to have a good night. We're going to have a good night and listen to some good music.
And let me say this before you go, that October 19th, as we always say, is a great and a dreadful day. October 19th is the birth date of Hubert Winston McIntosh, a.k.a. Walde Semayat. Everybody knows him as Peter Tosh. And he was born October 19th, and it was also the dreadful day that we lost Maurice Bishop and I don't know if it was 7 or 9 members of the Central Committee of the Grenadian Revolution. Jacqueline Kress, a black woman, was shot executed on October 19th. I just want to drop a little history on the folks.
Yeah, I'm one. Forward.
Yeah. Thank you so much for joining us.
Y'all.
We'll have you on again.
Yeah, I'll come anytime, man. Just let me know. I'm definitely down.
Okay.
Appreciate you guys.
Okay.
Great to hear from you, sir. Good
Yes, sir.
that we reconnected.
For real. Manners and respect to y'all. Blessings.
All right.
So we're going to listen to what we're going to the Jazz Zone, Melinda?
Yes. And it's a part 2 of Malcolm Jamal Warner. Again, tribute to him. So it's part 2.
No angels in the basement dance. Just a girl with a rubber band waist in her pants. An old man leaned up in a drunken stance with a memory in mind, beer in his hands. The DJ played like he locked in a trance, and his dream got the flock in his palm, standing and swaying to the rhythm of their homelands. To them it's worth taking a chance. Come on, no angels in the basement fat. Just a boy with a gun that he never bust yet. On his 3rd drink, doing shots with the vets. White rum, tailor-made cigarettes. As of this moment, he ain't even seen the threat. Will he be so fortunate to even have regret? Lady selling liquor on the house, she don't forget just how many years that she been paying off the debt. No angels in the dance.
No angels in the dance. No angels in the dance. No angels in the dance.
No angels in the party. Baby got a brain, but they only see a body. But a body like the one that all the influences copy. Yeah, the influences obvious. Yet and still she carry on stoic. Music make her feel free and she throw it back. If she give you a bubble, that's a golden act. Like the brother that's behind her, he just hoping. Angels don't come out in the open. Death chilling in the corner, he scoping for souls near the going. He gon' collect them when the music stop. DJ keep throwing. Raise a shot to the life that we live, even though we've been knowing every dance could be the last. The list keep growing.